Hello YouTube, 1986 Mustang. Gonna take the center console out and gonna get the thing cleaned up and painted along with a new carpet just going in the car afterwards. So just putting a quick video together, show you what all is involved to remove the center console. First thing you need to do is remove the ashtray. Underneath the ashtray you'll see two Phillips screws underneath. Those will need to be popped out. And then on the back portion here you will see there is a couple of screws as well that need to pop out. So we'll pop those out now and hopefully that does the trick, and we'll be right back at you. Okay, so we've removed the two screws underneath the ashtray and the two screws that are in the back part of the console. The next thing you need to do is remove the shifter boot cover here. So pop the front up and it goes forward and straight out. And I'll give you an idea what the thing looks like underneath. So this is at the back, so don't pop the back up, pop the front up, and after you pop the front up, the boot cover goes forward. So watch you don't break that, because at this point, imagine your car's as old as mine is, the plastic's pretty brittle. Okay, the next step is you want to pop the shifter boot cover up and through, and there are a couple of bolts that you're going to need to remove. So go ahead and do that next. Okay, so the shifter boot and shifter has been removed. The next thing is to remove the part here around the e-brake. So there is two more Phillips screws at the back here. We're going to remove those and then pull the e-brake up and remove the piece of plastic around the e-brake. So we'll give that a shot and see how that goes. Okay, so we removed the two screws at the back and pulled the e-brake up, and what you need to do now is you pull this part up and you need to pull towards the back of the car gently, and the front part pops off and there it is. So that's the next piece that comes out. So alright, we're moving along here, and well, let's pause here and see what's next. Alright, so we removed the bracket around the e-brake. So now it looks like there's nothing else physically holding the console down. So I'm going to pull the back of the console up over the e-brake and over what's left on the shifter here. And I'm going to work this way out, this thing off. Now there should be a couple electrical connectors with plugs underneath there for the cigarette lighter and for the little light console, and for the clock that'll be connected. So I'm going to disconnect those, and that should be the end of it. So we'll see how that goes, and that should be about it. We'll get back to you in a second. Okay, well that was working. Ran into another little issue here, clearance issues. So I took off the two screws that there's two Phillips screws here I just removed, and this part here pops up. Going to remove the cigarette lighter, and then there's some more screws underneath here to hold the base of the ashtray, and I got to remove that. There's not quite enough clearance to get to pop this thing off, so I'm going to do that, and I'm hoping that's about it. And then should be one more electrical plug in behind there to undo. All right, well, got the console out. So there's three plugs at the front that need to be removed, and just so you know, that was the most miserable part of the whole thing. Those electrical connectors are really tight. I ended up breaking one of them, but it'll go back together fine. I just number them anyways, just so I know which one plugs into where and which polarity side when I put them back together. So anyways, that's it. Pretty well straightforward. Just have patience when you take the electrical plugs connectors apart, because you will get really frustrated with those. And I do electrical work for a living, and well, it's good to have electrical connections that are tight. I'll leave it at that. Anyways, YouTube, hopefully it helps. And for putting it back in, just reverse the process.